Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Virtue's Last Reward, the second game of the 999, I guess trilogy, although I don't know if more 999 games are coming, so I don't know if that's true. But right now I'm going to say trilogy because there's 3 games. This is Star Trek II, The Search for Quark. Wait, crap, that was 3. Shoot. I ruined my own joke. Restarting, just kidding. So, here we go. Last time, Quark is still winning, and he is also still missing, and I feel like something's going to happen with him, because as I said, we're at the end of the flow chart, so we can't actually have any more rooms come up.
We don't want to end up missing each other by accident.
I mean, maybe we do. Yeah, I guess you got a point. Go down here and find out whatever Alice found. Hey, where are you going?
Just want to check something really quick.
Right here? I bet you want to check it right here. I'm smart, guys. I'm paying attention. Yeah, but check what?
The last time we saw Alice alive, she was right here. Remember?
I do remember. I've actually wanted to come down here for quite a while.
She was kneeling down, looking at something on the ground.
Yeah, that's right. What do you think she was looking at?
Find something?
Didn't you come down here, Fi? I feel like you did. Isn't this blood?
Uh-huh. Nice work there, Sigma.
If I tell you where to look, you find stuff! I don't need you to pat me on the back. Maybe somewhere else, though.
The truth hurts. So, blood, huh? Oh my god.
What? Quark? I suddenly looked up at the ceiling. Lower gaze, I found myself looking up at the metal crane. The kind you might see in a shipyard. So that moves around a metal track as a claw to grab and lift cargo container. Is Quark up on the crane? What's the deal with the crane? Well, damn, she's gone again. Stop running around. Is there a ninja leap up the crane?
I noticed something.
Did you want to get out from under the crane?
The same thing Clover and Alice noticed.
Can't you just tell me? Do you think I'm the killer?
Look at the number 6 AB room. The side that's facing the wall has blood on it.
Okay.
What's the first thing you think of when you hear blood?
Vampires. Holy crap!
Yeah. This whole thing kind of sucks, right?
Oh my god, Fi, you are not making dad jokes. You are too young for that.
Come on! This is no time to be screwing around.
I'm sorry. Bring out the screwing in me.
I'm talking about this thing. The handkerchief Alice had. There's some blood on it that we assume belonged to the old lady. Consider this for a moment.
Alright.
Let's say this thing was on the floor next to the rightmost AB room. We'll assume that the blood on the side facing the wall came from this handkerchief.
That I'm already kind of being lost here because the way the splatter pattern made it look like it was hit naturally. When blood comes off of a container like that, it doesn't pool like that. It smears.
Okay, then what?
Alice was looking at the handkerchief.
Right. What do you think was going through her mind?
Why is there a blood-stained handkerchief here? Well, something, anyway.
And?
Did this belong to the old woman? It must have.
And?
Matt, you can't ask me a question and expect 3 answers from me. But if it did, then who put it here? Wait, maybe someone just dropped it. They could have thrown it here.
And?
You want more? You are terrible at being a narrator.
You're almost there.
How long has the handkerchief been here?
Yes, exactly. So how long do you think it was here?
I imagine it was there from the start.
Wait, when's the start?
You know, when we started? You and I escaped from the AB room to the hatch on the roof. First thing we did after we got out here was meet everyone except for Clover and Kay and go look at the number 9 door. Spent a lot of time examining the AB rooms, too. Yeah, I know we looked at this exact angle. Pretty sure there wasn't a handkerchief here then. Yeah, there wasn't.
Huh. Finally figured it out, huh?
Fi, can you just effing tell me? Jeez, it's like everyone wants to be a smug detective in this game. Okay. What? No way. The AB room moved? Oh, that's what it's showing me. I did not get it.
Yeah,
Was it that crane?
probably. They moved the rightmost one all the way to the left.
Interesting.
So, what was in the leftmost AB room?
The body of the old woman.
And who was trapped in there when the nonary game started?
Interesting, because we totally, like, pegged Clover and Kay on the premise that they were in that one, but they weren't. And they were in the right first, so... Luna. The third time I walked off without saying anything. My body felt like lead, but I forced myself to follow her. Stopped in front of the graffiti, and then began with 2 milkmen. So are we saying Luna did it and did this to deceive? Because again, that implies you can control the crane from somewhere, and once again, I cannot believe that the person that killed the old woman is Zero. Because if it were Zero, then there's no reason to put her in and then kill her to take her place. You just put yourself in the game.
What do you think this is?
I thought it was just paint the graffiti, but I'm guessing you don't think so. You're gonna find out with Luminol. Is that more of the old woman's
Seems
blood?
like it.
So Luna would have killed her here, taken her to the rightmost AB room. Then she would have moved the room with the body in it so no one would suspect her. I mean, the first person to get out was Luna, not Alice. So what about the handkerchief?
This thing? Here, look. You see this line? It's possible that line is from whatever the weapon was, which means this might have been wrapped around whatever was used to kill the old woman.
Okay.
So maybe Luna wrapped the weapon with this handkerchief, and then threw it between the rightmost room and the one next to it.
So Luna did not actually expect the room to move.
Then when the room was moved, it came out.
Because that certainly is something, like, Zero Jr. wouldn't do that in order to put Zero in danger, but if Luna isn't Zero... Although, man, Luna's been so sweet and innocent this whole time. That means Alice picked up the weapon along with the handkerchief.
Seems pretty likely. This is all just speculation, understand?
I do understand.
There are a whole lot of things we still don't know.
Yeah, it's a mystery, alright. For example, why would Luna leave the AB room, murder the old woman, carry the body back and hide it in the same room? It's possible she just wanted to hide the body. We don't have any idea why she would have wanted to kill her in the first place. It's also worth noting that Zero Jr. seemed to have let all this slide. It's also worth noting in the other timeline, we know Dio fessed to killing the old woman. Now, he could have been lying, but why would he? And, like, the Luminol, that definitely means that Dio was killed someone. And if it's not the old woman, then who? Because Quark wasn't dead yet at that time. He's supposed to be making sure the game goes according to plan, but... Luna and Alice were dead at the time Leo said that he killed the old woman. So that's a possibility. So far, there have been 2 murders, and isn't it anything about either of them? I think that means Luna is Zero Senior. She was, though. I'm not sure why she killed the old one. No, Luna's not Zero Senior. But I am starting to think that Luna killed the old woman for some reason, and Dio actually is the one that killed Alice and Luna, at least in the other timeline. Maybe not in this one. It's possible she was some kind of intruder who wasn't supposed to be here, but... If Luna's Zero Senior, couldn't she have found a better place to hide the body? Not to mention, I'm still very sure the old woman is Tenmyoji's wife, or mistress, or something. I keep saying wife, and then I immediately contradict myself and don't think it's the wife. The life of the wife is ended by the knife. Should have access to the entire facility. That's not all, either. Let's have Luna move the AB room to divert suspicion away from herself. If that's the case, why'd she leave the handkerchief and the weapon there? She had to have known to be discovered after she moved the room. Besides, when and how did she operate the crane? It was with us since we first got out of the AB rooms, all the way to when we found the old lady's body. You, me, and her went through the magenta door and investigated the lounge. We went down to the floor B together, came back to the warehouse. I think the room must have been moved. Of course, why didn't I see it sooner? That's an alibi. She could have moved the AB room. Well, no, but as you just established, the person that moved the AB room is not working in Luna's best interest. Though it did end up helping Luna in that it diverted suspicion, but it also exposed the murder weapon.
Interesting. I have to admit, you've got a point.
Wait, what? I'm not stupid?
You're going to make me repeat myself. I never said Luna was the killer. Still, I have a feeling Alice thought she was.
Interesting.
Which would mean that Clover probably does too.
Oh, you mean that stuff about what she noticed?
Right.
It's interesting how they immediately exonerate Luna right after they... Well, actually... Isn't it just as likely that the crane did a little bit more? Because if we're establishing that things are being moved, that's the simplest answer, is that moved up and moved to there, but couldn't they just as easily move that one over and then that one to there? Like, these are not distinguishable, and so there's no real... It really could be any of the rooms at this point. So you get a really bad feeling about... Oh, really? The murders didn't put me off guard, but now I've got a bad feeling. You're supposed to meet the others 20 minutes ago, but there's nobody here.
You're right.
Sigma. Phi.
Hi, Kay.
There you are. I'm sorry. I have some bad news.
We kind of thought you might, because we knew we weren't getting to another door.
Luna. Luna is dead.
God damn it, Clover.
She's in room 2 in the crew quarters. The same room where Alice was murdered.
I always have to hesitate for a long time because I don't realize it's waiting for me to click a button. I think, Phi, you and I should go do the last door anyway, because we're on the same team and Luna's dead, and then we can leave and go home. It was the third time I touched the body and felt cold skin. Thought it might get easier, but it only got worse. I didn't think I'd ever get used to it, but then again I didn't want to. My hands began to shake. I tried to steady them as I pressed a pair of fingers to her neck to check for a pulse. You know there's not one if the bracelet's off. Nothing. Of course. Luna was dead. Her eyes were flat and empty, pupils dilated in what could have been terror. It felt surreal. Like I might blink and then she'd sit up again. She would smile and blush and look away nervously, and everything would be alright again. I blinked. She lay there, still dead, pale.
And I trust him.
Grief cracked open like an egg and rage clambered out, hot and angry and screaming. It clawed the inside of my chest and pounded the back of my eyes. I squeezed them shut and I ground my teeth. My hands balled into fists so tight they hurt. I took a deep breath. I opened my eyes again. Another breath. I stood up and I realized Kay was talking.
I believe she was poisoned. See here. This device is some sort of syringe.
I think it's called an injection gun. You can just put whatever you want in one of those vials and then pull the trigger. It's kind of like the needles in these bracelets.
The drug they used is the same as well.
Same as what?
The label on the vial says tubocurarine.
The muscle relaxant.
Yes. Since it's empty, I can only assume Luna was injected with it. You see the mark on her neck.
Clover! Why is Clover going on a homicidal rampage every freaking game she's in?
I believe it is safe to assume that is where her attacker injected the drug. Perhaps they chose the neck for the carotid artery.
Then your guess is probably correct. Luna was injected with tubocurarine, and it killed her.
What about the others?
Should I go get them?
Yeah? I want to get your story first.
What do you mean?
When you left us, you and Luna went off together, right?
Yes.
When we talked to Dio downstairs, he said he'd only seen you. Why is that?
Luna and I split up as soon as we got to floor B. We determined it would be more efficient. Two of us working separately could cover more ground in less time.
I mean, that is certainly true. I cannot argue with that logic.
Alright, so why were you late?
What?
You didn't show up till 20 minutes past the time we were supposed to meet. Sigma's asking you what you were doing.
I was resuscitating. Let me explain how I found her. I had gone to the warehouse 5 minutes before our meeting time. You had yet to show up, as had Luna.
Because we were about, 2 minutes behind? 3 minutes behind?
I believe I was standing between the yellow and cyan doors.
That's an awfully specific memory.
Some minutes later, I heard something. It came from behind the cyan door and sounded like a woman's scream. Well, it was actually quite faint. It was several doors away, after all. And as such, I couldn't quite make out what was being said. Or even if I had heard it at all.
I mean, obviously you heard it because you heard it.
It seemed entirely possible that I had imagined it. I heard no other sounds for a few minutes following the scream.
Oh, it's a shame you didn't go investigate immediately, but I totally understand why you didn't.
Eventually, the silence made me uncomfortable. Perhaps something had happened. So, I made my way to the crew quarters. As I entered the hallway, I noticed that the door to room 2 was slightly ajar.
I know those rooms could be ajar. I thought they either open and close. I didn't think you actually I think they were a door that you could push.
That was when I first suspected something was amiss. You can imagine the rest, I'm sure. I ran into the room and found Luna on the floor.
So you're saying it's been a good 20 minutes trying to resuscitate her?
Yes. I deduced that she had been injected with tubocurarine. Her heart had stopped, so I attempted CPR. To the best of my abilities, at least. With this mask, I was obviously unable to provide artificial respiration.
Yeah.
Because I had no reason to believe you would be in the warehouse. If you weren't, I would have wasted precious time. I chose instead to begin resuscitation immediately. As you know, even a short time without oxygen can cause serious brain
that does
damage.
make sense. Although they do say in actual CPR, if you come across a person and you're alone, the best thing to do is give them a single cycle of CPR and then go and get help. Because if you can't sustain life indefinitely, and you'll just wear yourself out and possibly put yourself in danger trying to resuscitate until someone happens to bumble along.
I felt time was of the essence. But
Hey, how much time passed between when you heard the scream and when you came in here and found her?
I'm afraid I can't say exactly. But I would hazard a guess that it was around 3 minutes.
Did you see the killer?
No, I did not.
And they had 3 minutes to escape.
That would have been plenty of time. When you leave this room, immediately to your left is a door that connects to the hallway.
I wish I knew, I think this is the room they're in. This is the hallway with all the doors, right? Or is it literally right here? I think it's right here. So yeah, it's one of the two. And I think this X means you can't go through.
I assume they left that way.
Is there any chance they hid in this room somewhere?
No. I examined the room thoroughly before I left to find you. May I say something?
I mean, you've been talking this whole time, so obviously.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not sure if this has anything to do with Luna, but there was something I wanted to point out. Look at Alice. Do you notice anything?
I actually don't. She looks the exact same as the last time. Her hair isn't bloody?
The weapon.
Oh.
Indeed. The wound suggests a knife, but I doubt we'll know now.
Did the killer take it?
How would I know?
Maybe they took it before Luna was murdered.
Why are you asking me?
I'm not. If they had it, why not use it to kill Luna?
Yeah, that would make sense. Sigma, if you were going to kill someone, which of these two methods would you use?
I would definitely use the knife, but granted, I also kind of know how to use a knife. Well, I wouldn't kill anyone.
This is hypothetical,
I would choose the injection gun.
right? Most people would choose that.
Why? The injection gun seems like it has a lot of room for error.
The more you can divorce yourself from the actual killing, the easier it is to kill someone. There's a big difference between stabbing someone and injecting them with poison.
I guess that's a fair point. If I was going to commit to killing someone, I would want the method I had more control over. I wouldn't want to have to hit a vein or an artery somewhere, and I certainly wouldn't want to use something I was unfamiliar with as an injection gun. Whereas, you know, a knife I have more familiarity with, and if I'm having to kill someone, I'm not going to be shying away from the fact, but that does make sense. Was they going to the knife before they killed her?
No. I don't know either way. They could have taken it afterwards. There's no way for us to know.
They had time with 3 minutes.
It's not impossible. 3 minutes is longer than you think. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that I don't know when they took the knife or whatever it was. We came here to get Alice's bracelet, and then Kay came by later. There was probably about a 30-minute window. Anyone could have taken it.
That is true.
They might not even have been the same person who killed Luna.
I was just thinking that.
Or it could be. There really isn't any way to know.
Once we find out who has the knife.
And if we don't know, we really shouldn't try and draw conclusions. That could color our reasoning, and that's not good. Conclusions without any evidence are useless.
Yeah, they're suppositions at best.
So just forget any conclusions you might have come up with. Save that brain space for something more useful. Well, I think that about covers it.
All right, good and covered.
We clear?
Clear. Yeah.
Good. Anyway, we should tell the others.
They will be told.
About Luna, you mean?
Yeah.
We should go to the white doors then. Dio should still be there. Hopefully Tenmyoji and Clover will be there as well.
Good point. Once it's time to open that door, I'm sure they'll show up. Okay, nodded and picked up Luna's bracelet. I'll
Please,
need that.
take this with you.
Okay, I was like... Yelled out to me. I stared down at the bracelet. It felt wrong to just take it. You want to, like, drag Luna around with you?
Is something the matter? You and Phi are the magenta pair. Without the green solo bracelet, you won't be able to open the secondary door. Then...
No, it's just... Press the bracelet gently in my hand.
If you don't wish Luna's death to be meaningless, then you must survive. Or do you intend to die without catching her killer?
I think Clover's plan is just to kill all of us to make sure. Right. Yes. I sighed and closed my hand around the cold metal.
Good. Shall we go?
Wait. Shit.
What?
No, well, not yet. We might be looking at a worst-case scenario.
I don't know. Other than Quark escaping, I'm not sure what you mean.
Excuse me?
God.
What? Jesus Christ.
What the hell is wrong with me?
Why do you constantly talk about things without saying anything? You should be a politician.
How did I miss this? I'm sorry. This is my fault. It's just... there was so much going on.
Will you get to the fucking point, Fi? Thank you, Sigma. I agree.
Quark.
Quark? Timmy, who's this red solo? Clover's cyan pair. Of course, the other side, if he's not with them, they can't get through the secondary door.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh dear. This is bad. And if they haven't gotten in by the time the primary door shuts, they'll be penalized.
That is... I wasn't thinking about that either, actually.
If we haven't found Quark by then...
How much time do we have? 4 minutes.
Let's just go to the warehouse on floor B.
Yeah, there's nothing else we can do.
Perhaps Quark has already been found.
Yeah, I sure hope so. Let's move. I guess that is the most direct route. Let's get serious. Warehouse B, ladies and gentlemen. We see Quark's smiling face or the end of all things.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Is there anyone here?
You're late. The fuck were you thinking?
No, we weren't. We got here as they opened. Shut the fuck up, Dio.
You trying to kill me?
I mean, that would be a nice side benefit.
What?
Quark. Did they find Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here. Look, forget about him. Where's Alice's bracelet? Which one of you has it?
Timmy, Yoshi, and Clover. Did they come back yet?
Look around, asshole. What do you think? Hey, pay attention. The bracelet. Do you have Alice's bracelet?
How are you talking without moving your lips?
Hand it over.
I pulled it out of her pocket. They still shone with a blue light. This had been Alice's bracelet. Finds eyes never left Dio's as she carefully handed the bracelet to Kay.
Good. Let's go. Hey, what is this? What, you don't like this door? Fine, we can take a different one. As long as we're in the right group, it shouldn't matter which door we take.
That's not the issue.
Yeah, we're like abandoning people to death at this point.
Then please tell me, what the fuck is the issue?
Being a human being.
It's interesting the robot is more of a human than Dio.
3 of us still haven't arrived. If we leave them behind...
Oh, come on! Now you're gonna grow a heart? If you stay here, you're gonna kill me!
But...
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
I mean, Dio is right, actually. As much as I'm giving you a hard time because he's a freaking murderer, or at least he professes to be it, and honestly, I mean, he got blood on his hands somehow. There is, at this point, you just go through the white door. Like, I mean, I hate to leave Clover, Quark, and Tenmyoji to die because Quark is missing, but not much we can do about it.
Alright, fine. I'll be honest with you. The truth is, I've got a kid. A baby. I was told that if I didn't win this game, my kid's as good as dead.
Wow, that certainly came out of nowhere.
That's...
You have to trust me. I swear, it's God's honest truth. Zero told me to keep it under wraps, but I figure I don't have a lot of choice right now. I'll tell you more once we get inside. Please.
It's a lie. Don't listen to him. What a scream. Dio's obviously not. It looked like Kay was buying it. But he had to go. I couldn't try and stop him. That's exactly the thing. He doesn't need to lie about this. He'd be like, dude, we're going to die unless you get through this door. I did. They both die.
You have to believe me, Kay. Please. If you won't do it for me, do it for my kid. If I lose, it's all over. Please.
I mean, honestly, Kay, there is no reason to stay out here at this point. He turned to look at me at 5. We both nodded silently back at him.
I understand. Let's go.
Really?
Yes. I have one condition, however.
A condition?
Yes. But it's not for you, Dio. Sigma, I want you and Phi to go into one of the doors as well.
Well, don't worry, we will. We're not dying.
Dio and I cannot be the only survivors. I would have the two of you join us. That is my condition.
Yeah, well, just dying here randomly was never an option.
Damn it. Couldn't make this easy, could you?
What do you say? The decision is yours.
What? Why the fuck not? I can't do that. Just gonna leave 3 people to die. Yeah! And you should fucking well do it, the Sigma. Like, seriously, us dying does nothing. They're going to die whether or not we go through the doors.
Use your fucking head for once.
I actually do agree with Dio on this
You're
one.
gonna get us killed. Is that what you want?
Yes, you can, Sigma. Literally. Your choice right now is between 3 deaths and 7.
Me either. I agree with Sigma. We can't just ditch them.
Phi, I liked you.
I'm staying.
Bunch of fucking idiots.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors close.
This ending is one of the least sensible endings I've seen.
I see. I suspected that would be your answer. You leave me with no choice then. My apologies.
He's gonna throw us in a door. Kay, you're awesome.
You have my sympathy. I wish there was another way.
Do you actually believe, Dio?
No, of course not. I only wish to save you. If I had not forced the issue, neither of you would have budged. Such is your character.
Kay, what are you doing?
I confess I am not entirely sure. I will think about it during the 10 seconds that remain. Goodbye.
Oh, we just fucking killed... Kay and Dio, but Kay.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Interesting, I figured we'd all get, like, ejected, because I know there's not a door at this end. Not quite able to walk. Finally, I crawled out of the secondary door. Once Kay gave me the head, it was incredibly powerful. My arms and legs still felt numb and tingly. Can you stand?
Yeah. Can we just sit here for a moment, though? My body's gonna be fine, but I think I need a little time to get my feelings sorted out.
I agree. I nodded. We sat there in silence. What I did, I couldn't get their faces out of my head. Tsumeoji, Clover, Quark. I hope they were all right somehow, but I wasn't sure how much time passed before Phi finally stood up.
We should go.
And that was it. Turned head to the end of the hallway, feet dragging as if she were carrying something heavy. It was a moment or two before I followed. Like, part of me wants to end the episode, but I'm also I feel like we're right at the end. A little different. It's a room. See the plaque on the
Yeah.
floor?
It said security. The footage from the surveillance cameras might run through here.
And we'll be able to see what's going on inside the rest of the facility.
I'm not sure. Right now, all the screens are dark. Even if we could activate them, I doubt Zero is just gonna let us watch whatever we want.
Yeah, I'm just worried about them. I don't know what happened to K or Dio.
Yeah. Well, let's see what we can do here.
Okay. Next time we have an act. I did not expect there to be an escape room here. I am pleasantly surprised. So, thank you very much, everyone. I will see you all in the next one. Once again, we are... Hello! That wasn't there before. Oh, you sneaky Pete. Alright, well played, game well played. I'll see you next time, everybody.